This girl actually offered to stick her face out and let me hit him. Good last time, Kongtong subdued the crab snakes actually dominated by the snake. Subsequently, male leader follow young Point delivers young to crab snakes. But the male protagonist just magnetized the crab orange, consumed too much young. The remaining young child is simply not enough. It just wants up the dancing of the crab body. It seems still need to absorb some confused blessing power, just to rouse desire. So the hero turned to the brothers, made a very shameful request. Can you guys make something that looks like that? Action. The bureau is eager for relief. Just reach out. It's a pity that apart from being cute, the male protagonist has no other feelings. Due to continuous input indefinitely for too long, just when the male protagonist could no longer hold on, the scene in front of him made him lose his bloodline in an instant. Although the sixth child's movements are stiff, but a strange temptation, the male protagonist suddenly hit. A steady stream. Now close your eyes and Chen and Molly will fly together. Crabfish crab snake the twins. Before you were born, you were doomed to a bumpy life. Sister, crab snakes are born with an extremely cold constitution. Even if you're born well, you won't live long. It will also implicate my sister. The bureau is also getting weaker. Their parents went to their masters to find a way to break up. The master said, only female to male. Young nose in, to keep him safe. Therefore, the master changed his sister's character. After birth, Ziru grows as a boy. The snake has known since childhood. You have to rely on your brother's young energy to survive. In order not to lose my brother, the snake has been restless since he was a child. Perfect. Ziru is under the tyranny of her sister. Gradually grow into a complete corner. Under the great blessing of young Che. Thanks. The crab crawled through itself into the arms of the crab snake, although the crab snake has lost its innocence since then, but the two were free ever since. Just at this moment, the male protagonist picked up one with one hand, almost. You two, continue. Follow. My wife has run away. Come to Joan of Arc's bed. The male protagonist is called Ziru and starts screenshots. Unexpectedly, Ziru actually said to slap me. This operation stunned everyone. It turns out that because Zhuling Road is born with the poison of arrogance, only tears of humiliation can completely relieve death. To save the poisoned habit, the male protagonist also had to do it. But after all, hitting people is not hitting the face. In the end, the male protagonist chose to spat and it worked. In a crackling gasp, soon enough outsiders were collected. After the daughter-in-law drinks the antidote, imagine my wife waking up. They can finish what they didn't finish on their wedding night. The male protagonist almost laughed out loud. Suddenly someone climbed into bed, almost left the man behind, returned to die. It turned out to be Lao Wumei, who can't see Lao Wuda. With ordinary people in Turin, he vaguely relied on clues, found it, the culprit behind their brothers becoming women. The male protagonist, but he was torn to pieces. Why did you become a woman? But also became a woman. Why is he alone? It is true that the man is like rain. A conversation between two people. Accidentally, all the other brothers heard it. Learn all this, all because caused by the task casually stated by the male protagonist. The third child immediately said, since the big brother's desire is so strong. Come on then, brother can stand it. Come on, elder brother. After the third child was rejected, I seem to have become a little lost, perfecting the fickle performance of women. I saw the third child hugging the male protagonist. Other brothers immediately joined in. Suddenly, Hao Kongtong felt a chill in his back, a wave of killing intent. The male protagonist turns around and wakes up. Under the memory of his Joan of Arc, he threw himself into the arms of the male protagonist. Just hugging my brother. I don't know how to hug me first. The sixth brother on the side suddenly became jealous. Humph, here you go. Sooner or later they won't. At this time, the Z sisters found Hao Kongtong. The two sisters are more and more beautiful now. They are now in great decline. Can't protect yourself. I want Hao Kongtong to send me down the mountain. The male protagonist refused without hesitation. No way. I'm used to the life on the mountain. If you go down the mountain rashly, you will be afraid. But the snake immediately exposed the male protagonist's lie. You don't want to go down the mountain. I'm afraid there are people at the foot of the mountain that you don't want to see. Like the guy who forced you up the mountain. When the emperor reveals the moon, hear this name. The third child instantly grabbed the scorpion snake's neck. Are you two spies sent by Lu Mingyu? The snake immediately said, Don't confuse me with that fool. I wish he died suddenly. It turns out that the two sisters used to be daughters of the national teacher's mansion. Father is the imperial teacher of the dynasty. My mother is an extreme fairy from the immortal cultivation realm. The father is in power under one person. Lu Mingyu's interpretation of his Dan Z family used some dirty tricks to divide the polymath couple. The Z family was torn apart. Two sisters were also displaced as a result. This is why I went up the mountain to become a bandit. And although Lu Mingyu is above 10,000 people, there are also people he is most afraid. The one who should have shared the world with him. People who are now in the mountains. Since seeing your unique golden forest route, we knew you were the one we were looking for. Sheng Yu's tongue dark, bone, eternal god. Licking blood and sealing throat. Phoenix West Peony, General Red Butterfly. The male protagonist was supposed to divide the world equally with the emperor, but the emperor was angry. The bright moon breaks the spiritual root, banded in exile on the mountain. After all, one mountain cannot tolerate two tigers. The two agreed to enter the bright moon to be a wise king who benefits the common people. And the male protagonist will not be allowed to go down the mountain in this life. Now, the male protagonist was actually reduced to a mountain bandit by the national recognizers. Only then did I learn that Lu Mingyu broke her oath. Brutal and incompetent. The male protagonist decides to go down the mountain to recover what he has lost. However, to go down the mountain, first, take out the divine arrow that has been sealed in the well by yourself, virgin. But blade and soul are not very good tempers, left in the dark well for so long. Seeing the male protagonist, he immediately withdrew a well of water excitedly. Such a fierce blade and soul. It must be a very powerful beast. But I didn't expect. The blade and soul of the male protagonist are also a lady. The virgin is about to pounce on the sticker. The daughter-in-law on the side is not happy. Really need to grab a virgin's hand. Show some respect. So hypothetical. Chinan said disapprovingly. If it weren't for the broken spirit lamp he couldn't summon back then. Our kids are running all over the place. By the way, you two are separated for life. even having children. You can only give birth to a bitch. It hurts my self-esteem. Now there are so many beautiful women around him. On the other hand, I am rusty. I don't even have the confidence to quarrel. Chunan drilled into the male main body, silently said. Then everyone went down the mountain together. Unexpectedly, the mountain is under the governance of the Mingyu. Social order is in order. Since there has been no criminal in 10 years, the wanted notices posted on the announcement are still for the male lead. It turns out that because the portrait is too handsome, the male protagonist became an idol at the foot of the mountain. Fangirls regularly spend money to exchange portraits for idols. The male protagonist directly calls out regret that it is too late to go down the mountain. In order not to be recognized, the male protagonist covered his face with logo materials. Result: the snake, this 250 is too ugly to see his portrait. I couldn't help revealing my identity for a while. This is his father's attempt to protect the two sisters. I drew it so ugly on purpose. He was blinded by his father's painstaking efforts. The male protagonist had to make a move after a fight. Conquered the Praetorian Guard with his invincible male breath. Easily took down the leader of the Praetorian Guard, the little white face. But it also exposed his identity. Several people fled separately. The male protagonist was chased into the pig by a group of fans. A mysterious man suddenly appeared in the circle. The man claims to be the stove offering fairy, the mother of the Z sisters. Sent to pick up the male protagonist. After breaking with the imperial teacher, the cultivators fight for the stove sacrifice fairy. The dog emperor has also completely torn his face with the cultivators. These cultivators simply founded the church, overthrow the rule of the dog emperor. I didn't expect them to be able to treat General Red Butterfly well. Kongtong, please come down the mountain. I want to ask the male protagonist to join, but at this time, the male protagonist is still worrying about how to get out of here. 1 minute later, the male protagonist came out of the pigsty in Pigmanu, the other way. Mingyu tossing and turning, it is difficult to sleep. Good Kongtong still became his inner demon.